In this video, we're going to give you some homework help for the logarithmic function section. The first one asks you what the equation of this graph would look like. And so you can leave it like that. If you wanted to change it to a logarithmic graph, you could change from exponential notation to log form. So it'd be log base 3 of x is equal to y. So this is basically what you're graphing, is a log graph. And a log graph always looks like these ones. This would be sort of a sideways cubic, exponential, and this would be a linear graph. So it has to be this one. Another thing you could have done is you could have plugged in some values for y and solved for x. So say you put in a 0 for y, so that would be 3 to the 0. And so that's going to be equal to 1 for x. Maybe put in a 1 for y. So you put a 1 in up there for y. 3 to the first would be 3. Put a 2, 3 squared would be 9. And then just take a look on your graph and see which one plots out to that. So a x value of 1 and a y value of 0 is right there. Perfect, that's on my graph. 3 over for x and up 1 for y. Perfect, right there. 9 over for x, that'd be over here, and up 3, it's going to be another point on the graph. Has to be that one. Okay, now finding logs. And you could do these on a calculator if you want, but log base 7 of 49 says, to what exponent is 7 raised to get 49? Well, the answer is 2. To what exponent must you raise 3 to get 1 over 81? Well, that one's a little tougher. Maybe what I could do is I could rewrite it like this, log base 3 of 81 is 3 to the 4th. And if I wanted to, I could change that 3 to the 4th to the top, and I'd make the exponent negative 4. So here, to what exponent is 3 raised in this expression, your answer is just minus 4. So if this and this are the same, your answer is just that top number. Oh, like for this next question, your answer to that's just going to be 4. This one, ooh, a little tougher. Maybe I should change its form. So this would be 5 and then 5. The exponent to this would be, changing it from radical to exponent, would be 1/3. And so your answer to this one would be 1/3. This one, ooh, 18. To what exponent must you raise 18 in order to get a 1? Oh, well, the only way you can get a 1 out of that is if your exponent is a 0. So that answer there would be 0. Again, each one of these, you could plug these into decimals and you could calculate them out. And that might be a good thing to try. Okay, converting to exponential or logarithmic. You should get really good at this. Time me to see how fast I can do all of these ones. So log base 10 of 100 equals 2. Log base 624 of 5 is equal to a quarter. Log base u of 3 is equal to d. Ooh, now log form to exponential form. Base here is 10, base here is e. Okay, so 10 to the negative 1 is equal to 0 0.1. E to the 4.5850 is equal to 98. And lastly, m to the negative z is equal to capital M. Hopefully you can get to the point where you can convert from exponential to logarithmic very quickly like that. That's a good exercise to do. Okay, now using a calculator to find the common log. So log base 10 to negative 76. I don't think it likes that. Let me pull out my decimals. Okay. All right. So log function, miscellaneous log, base 10, yeah, of negative 76. Bzz, undefined. No go. Answer does not exist. Ln of 51. Okay, so let's get rid of that dot thing I've got there. Whoops. Okay, next one, ln of 51. Function ln 51, 3.93. Now here they say round to 4 decimal places, so 3.931 and I'll call that an 8. Okay, good. Find the log using the change of base. Now, if you want to try and use a change special base on your calculator, you can, or you can do the change of base rule, which would just say ln of 12 divided by ln of 9. On this one, ln of 11 divided by ln of 500. And just use those on your calculator. Or I'll show you how you can do that in decimals. So in decimals, I would just go functions, and then under miscellaneous, there's this one called log base A. And so your A is 9, and then go over, and your other number is 12. So that comes out to 1.13. I don't know what they were rounding you to, but 1.13 something. You could do the same thing with the next one. Okay, this one we're trying to graph this, and they just say describe how the graph can be obtained. This is the only transformation happening on that graph, and so the thing is being moved left to 2. So 2 units to the left. Then they say use the graphing tool to graph that. If you move it 2 units to the left, the graph will look something like this, something like that. Here they ask for the domain, and the domain are all the possible x values. If the line doesn't cross -2, then I'd say, well, -2 would be the smallest number, and it could go all the way this way, it could go forever. So that would be my domain. Notice I didn't put a square bracket there because it can't include -2. The vertical asymptote is the line that this thing comes close to but never touches. And that line, the vertical asymptote, will be in this question, x is equal to -2. All right, hopefully that helps you with that. Now doing the graph, you're going to have to pick the graph from the listing on the side. So you pick the one that looks like that. And then I think it'll let you put in those kind of units. Okay, here's a couple of worded questions to finish off. Average walking speed is by that. Population is 77,000. Find the average walking speed. So walking speed will be 0.37 ln of P is population. So 77,000 plus 0.05. So just plug that into your calculator or into decimals, come up with a number. Ooh, the pH question. So they're wanting you to find this, and they're giving you the pH. So we have to do this one backwards. So pH is 3.1 is equal to negative log of the hydronium or hydrogen ion concentration. This is base 10, not written. I can change this from log form to exponential form. So it'd be 10 to the 3.1 is equal to the hydronium ion concentration. And then just figure out that on your calculator. Oh, I forgot to do the negative. Whoops. Divide this by -1, divide this by -1. So it'll be 10 to the negative 3.1. That'll be your hydronium ion concentration. Last question, they say simplify the following. Log base 2 of 9, divide log base 2 of 3. I'm wanting just to say 3 is an answer there for some reason, but I don't think it is. It might be, but anyway, so since I don't have base 2 on my calculator, I could use the change of base rule. So it would look awkward, but you could go ln 9 divide ln 2. That's the top. Over ln 3 divide ln 2. So you could do that on your calculator, or you could pull up your decimals. Let me do that. I am liking decimals for this unit. Okay, so I hit my function button and then my ln with a base A in it. So base is 2, value is 9. Put an end bracket in. Divide, same thing. Functions, this base, so my base is 2, and my value is 3. Okay, and the number came out. See, I was thinking 3. No, answer comes out to 2. So the answer is 2. And there's probably other ways you could have done that same question, but that'll give it to you. Okay. Hopefully that helps you with the homework on the logarithmic function section. Give me a holler if you have any questions.